Okay, here we are. So I've got my slideshow finished up. I've gone through and changed things so that I've got the minimum amount of text on each page, actually deleting a slide and putting all of the information off that up here in speaker notes. So to explain what's going on the screen here, down the bottom I've got the area where I would be actually presenting. This is what the screen would look like, or the projector would look like. Up the top here is what I would be able to see on my screen. I would have these speaker notes available, whether I'm doing it on an iPad or on my MacBook like I am here. And as I go through, I'll just be clicking on next slide, previous slide, and it's got my speaker notes here. So you can actually see what my notes look like, what the slides look like, and what my view looks like. And I'll get my timer going as soon as I hit start. So here we go. Alright, welcome to my presentation. I'm going to be looking at the song Never Tear Us Apart by INXS, and I hope you enjoy it. So first of all, the history and origin of the song. This song was released in 1988 and it was on their 6th album, Kick. Its charts performance, it went to number 14 in Australia when it was first released, number 24 in the UK, and number 7 in USA. In 2014, after the TV series INXS Never Tear Us Apart was shown on Channel 7, it charted again, but this time at number 11 in Australia. This song was a really significant one to Michael Hutchence personally. Michael Hutchence was the lead singer of INXS, and this particular song was played at Michael Hutchence's funeral after he died tragically in 1997. It was also used in the opening sequence to the movie Donnie Darko, the director's cut. Now, the context of this song in Australian music is really important. INXS formed in 1977 in Sydney. Though Michael Hutchence died tragically in 1997, INXS kept performing until recently in 2014. INXS are actually the third most successful Australian group in the USA. That's after AC/DC and the Bee Gees, and they've got 45 million record sales worldwide. So they were really influential in Australian pop rock, particularly in the 80s. But the big thing that they did is they brought Australian pop and rock to an international audience in a way that only a couple of other bands have managed to do. Alright, so the style and the instruments of this song. This is in the style of a rock ballad. The instruments that it includes are synthesizers in many layers of synthesizers. It includes voice, both lead and backing vocals. It includes saxophone in an instrumental solo. It includes guitar in a really iconic guitar riff that you hear throughout the song. It includes bass guitar, and it includes drums. So next, the form. In this song, it's got a few unusual features in the form. It does follow the basic pop song layout of verse, chorus, instrumental or bridge, repeat chorus. But there's a few interesting features. The intro is actually really long. It's nearly a minute before Michael Hutchence starts to sing, and he sings when he does enter on top of this layered synth string arrangement. The chorus comes after that. The hook, Never Tear Us Apart, is at the end of the chorus, and after that the guitar and the drums enter with the signature riff of this song. In verse 2, it's a longer verse and it's got the full band playing by then. Then in the chorus, after that, it's a repeat of the first time you heard the chorus, but a bit different because this time we can hear all of the instruments. In the instrumental, there's a sax solo, which is quite short, and then at the end the chorus repeats with backing vocals and it fades out gradually. So this song might be about Michael Hutchence's first love, Michelle Bennett, particularly when he says the words, "I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided and they could never tear us apart." She was actually the last person that Michael Hutchence spoke to before he died. She wasn't able to get to his hotel room in time, sadly, but there's a lot of speculation that this song is about her. It's a song that doesn't use much rhyme, except for in verse 2. It says, "We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. Then I told you that we could fly, because we all have wings, but some of us don't know why." Now, the meaning of those lines isn't immediately clear or obvious, but it does suggest disappointment or hurting and loss and a connection between two people that transcends the loss. So this song is really about love at first sight and it's about the long-term and complicated connections that exist between two people who are in love. So next, personal context. This is a song that I found on a list of top 100 Australian songs. That's what reminded me of it. But also, as I researched it, I saw it was used on the opening titles of the director's cut of Donnie Darko, and that's one of my favourite movies of all time. So I'm going to have to go back and watch the director's cut to see that over the opening sequence. And the other thing here is that I'm definitely a child of the 80s, and the 80s are cool again. So great that I'm able to revisit this song. And although I haven't listened to it for a while, I had an 80s themed 30th birthday party, and I'm sure that we played it at that party. Okay, and so this is Never Tear Us Apart in excess. And of course I'd let that all play, and I wouldn't bother to play these. And we're done. All right, good. So I hope that's helpful for you to see the sort of thing that we're looking for your presentation. And I'll also upload this particular song analysis example as part of our assignment on Google Classroom. And good luck. I hope that you enjoy it. And if you do want to listen to Never Tear Us Apart, you can click on the links in the Google Slides document, and you can also check out these other great cover versions which I've found. All right, have a good one.